December 2025, a chilling video was uploaded by Two Swag Productions, featuring explorer Noah and his friend Ashton. That day, the two set out from the coast of Sicily to film what they thought would be a straightforward ghost ship exploration for their channel. The ship they were heading for was the Aeolus Conteris, once a cutting-edge high-speed passenger ferry, now left to rust and slowly sink in a forgotten ship graveyard. The duo had expected the vessel to be completely dead and empty, hoping for a peaceful exploration with no problems at all. So they packed their gear, blew up a small inflatable raft, and quietly pushed off from shore, paddling through a maze of wrecks toward the massive silhouette of the ferry. However, as they drifted closer to the ship, they suddenly realized this ghost ship wasn't as empty as they'd anticipated.
Holy crap, this boat is freaking huge.
Yeah, it's tilting. It's tilting into the water.
Come on, full force, let's go. Uh-oh. I think that's security, dude. Dude, that's a brand new generator. Dude, that's actually security, I think.
Yeah.
I'm so serious.
Why the f is there security here?
The explorers hadn't expected to see anyone out there, let alone a security guard posted on what was supposed to be a dead, abandoned ferry. Still, after coming all this way, they weren't just going to turn back now. They convinced themselves that as long as they stayed off the lower levels, where the guard was stationed, they could still slip aboard and explore the upper decks undisturbed. But the moment they finally stepped into the ship, they realized he wasn't the only person waiting for them on this so-called ghost ship.
Down there. There's a worker right up there. I don't know. Yeah, they're all workers. They have headgear on and shit. You can see them.
After spotting workers and scrappers scattered throughout the lower decks, they knew that getting seen by any of them would almost certainly not end well. With the main areas effectively off limits and wanting to avoid a direct run-in, they slipped out of that section and started working their way toward the upper levels instead, hoping they could at least explore that part without getting caught.
Let's just stay in here for a bit. But there's a staircase right there that leads down. And then right outside of these doors, there's another staircase that leads down. So they can come up two different ways right here. We really don't have much time here at all. I don't know how much of this we're going to be able to explore before we risk getting caught. What the fuck, dude?
The explorers eventually decided that the only thing they could do was to get down from there, as the noises were only getting louder, and every so often they could hear what sounded like footsteps coming straight toward them. But even after dropping to a lower level, almost every floor they checked was packed with workers, which only made their situation worse. Realizing it was becoming impossible to stay hidden, they figured their best chance was to reveal themselves and approach the crew directly, hoping it might either buy them a bit of freedom to explore, or at least give them a way off this ship.
Do you think we should just say hi to them? They're all the way down there. They're not even
Hello. Ciao.
Can we not be here?
Hello.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Ma chi sei?
English?
Ma che ci fate qua?
Tourist.
Tourist?
Oh,
sta con questo video! Mongo! Vedi Giulio qua? Sta facendo video, si muore, non ascolta questo ragazzi.
Hello.
Sta facendo video. Ma come siete entrati?
English?
No English!
What are you doing qui?
Oh, picture.
No. Video. Oh, no?
No, okay.
No video!
This is our boss. Oh, hello. Sorry.
We take pictures. Tourists.
Sorry, sir.
No.
Oh, no? Okay.
Guys, how the fuck you got here? From where they came?
Where are you?
How you get here?
With the raft.
With the raft?
We got a raft and we rode all the way out.
But you cannot get on board.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not allowed. United States, sir.
Like onto the boat or like?
Are you guys filming? Vegan raging?
Yeah.
Have you taken photos?
No.
I have
We have like a few, but like no.
Please delete them now.
Okay.
They came for filming. So please show me what you have taken as photos.
Okay.
Shortly after this, the explorers suddenly found themselves surrounded by multiple crew members who demanded that they delete every bit of footage and refused to let them leave until they did. As the back and forth dragged on, the situation only got worse. The workers grew more hostile by the second, blocking every exit while simultaneously calling the police on them. With no options left and the threat of arrest and losing all their gear hanging over them, the explorers decided their only chance was to make an escape and hope they could slip away before the crew caught up to them.
He's calling the cops. This is not a good idea. This is not a good idea. We should have just left. Okay, go. Just throw all your shit on, let's go. Alright, where was the park? Go. Just cut the fucking rope. We're sorry. We're leaving. A knife? Yeah. No, dude, god damn it. We're leaving. Sorry. Let's go. Just throw out. I'm pushing you out. We're not. I'm slow. We should have just left. That was bad. They're really fucking mad. They're calling the police. Okay. Go. Yeah, I'm gonna get on shore. Put it in there. Get all of our shit in the car.
As the duo finally made it back to shore, they frantically dragged the raft out of the water and sprinted back toward their car. From there, they jumped inside, tossed their gear in, and sped away from the harbor, leaving the complete chaos of the ghost ship behind them. Looking back at their footage, and despite how tense everything had gotten on the ship, it seemed the workers weren't willing to go as far as actually fighting or physically stopping them while they were desperately trying to untie their raft. And they didn't chase the duo once they pushed off into the water, even though they were clearly furious, which, given the circumstances, was completely understandable. In the end, both Noah and Ashton were incredibly fortunate because that hesitation ultimately allowed them to get away from the scene and avoid the very real possibility of being arrested in Italy. The following footage was uploaded by a Latvian urban explorer to his YouTube channel, Forgotten Baltics, in April of 2023. In that video, he went into an abandoned apartment complex in the center of Riga, Latvia. From the moment he stepped inside, something about this place immediately felt off. Most of the building had been ransacked, with clutter scattered everywhere, and clear signs that homeless people had been there. But one apartment unit was different. While almost everything else in the building was empty, this flat had remained strangely well preserved, with the previous owner's belongings still inside, and the contrast with the rest of the house felt wrong right away. Inside this room, he found a time capsule of the past. Old furniture, shelves of books, an old TV, and various personal items left exactly where someone had once left them, a strong indication that the owner may have abruptly walked away from this place. However, as he dug deeper into this room, the clues he uncovered began to suggest something far darker, hinting that he might be standing in the remains of a violent struggle, perhaps even a murder scene.
some beer, vodka, and whiskey. Oh, it's a glasses broken. And here is a glass. Well, probably drunk people had a fight here and someone got hurt. But where is the blood? It's very strange. One more beer.
At first glance, these discoveries didn't necessarily scream a murder scene. The broken glass, scattered bottles, and general mess could be explained by what the explorer himself later points out as more signs that people were still sneaking in to drink and hang out, leaving empty bottles and fresh marks of recent visitors among all those untouched memories. However, what he didn't realize yet was that deeper in this building, down in the basement, perhaps in the old bomb shelter area, he was about to come across something that would make all of these discoveries feel a lot more sinister.
Well, it's a door, like in a bomb shelter. Let's check the downstairs. Oh, what? Well, I am not a doctor, but looks like human bones. What? These bones are too big for animals. This is also, I guess, a part of human's body. A broken one. What are they doing here? And here are the bones. I don't know really. Look here, a few more of them. It's very weird.
The bones that he'd just discovered in that basement didn't look like a prop or like the remains of an animal. They genuinely looked real, long and thick, disturbingly similar to parts of a human leg or arm, and the sight of them lying there on the bare floor instantly changed the tone of the explorer, making everything he'd seen upstairs suddenly feel less like mindless damage and more like the aftermath of a possible murder scene. Unfortunately, things were about to get even darker, because right beside those bones, he started to spot several deep holes in the floor, arranged in a way that made the basement feel like a makeshift shallow grave.
Look at these holes in the floor. They are quite deep. So somebody was searching something? Or why are they here? It's very strange. Maybe a dead body was found here. And here are the bones. I don't know really. Here is. I think if you fell in such hole, you can break a leg. So better I get out faster from here. Here is one more hole. Very strange house.
After finding multiple deep holes in the ground, things only got worse. They didn't look like accidental damage at all. Together with the bones, they made the basement feel like some kind of hidden graveyard, a place where bodies might once have been buried and for some reason dug up again, strongly suggesting that someone had been digging or searching there not long before. With that in mind, all the discoveries he'd made earlier upstairs in the flat started to take on a completely different meaning. The smashed glass, the knife, and the broken eyeglasses on the floor in particular now seemed less like stupid vandalism and more like clues that someone might have been attacked in that room and later brought down here. The explorer himself even suspected that maybe a dead body had once been found in this basement, and these were the bones that had been left behind. But he was very clear that he did not know for sure why they were there or what exactly had happened, and he seemed far more focused on getting out of this place in one piece. Still, even without clear answers, the scene around him told its own disturbing story, not of a simple abandoned apartment, but of the aftermath of something truly horrific. The following footage was uploaded to the YouTube channel The Pethericks in October of 2023. In the video, creator Billy Petherick, who runs a channel about restoring historic buildings in France, returned to his old convent to work on it with his friend Ryan. It's important to note that this wasn't just any ordinary place. It was an abandoned convent that Billy had bought and taken on as a long-term restoration challenge, and together they were slowly bringing it back to life. On this particular day, they headed into the convent chapel, focusing their attention on the old altar area and testing how some reclaimed tiles from the chateau basement would fit into the space. But in the middle of that calm renovation, the atmosphere changed completely when they encountered something that made them realize they weren't alone in there after all.
That's the chateau basement. You've brought them from the chateau, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're...
What's that noise? I can hear footsteps above our head. Anyway, let's continue with this. We'll investigate later.
That sounded weird.
It was literally footsteps above our head. Anyway, back to the reason we're here.
Although they were supposed to be alone in the convent, and hearing heavy footsteps above them was definitely worrying, the two still tried to focus on their work and for the most part just pushed it to the back of their minds. As they kept talking about the tiles and carried on with the job, it didn't stay quiet for long. Soon, more strange noises echoed through the building, followed by a door suddenly slamming shut behind them.
I can always order another box.
Yeah.
Right, let's do it. Can you still hear that footsteps? That was weird, wasn't
I
it?
thought I heard something. Yeah, I'm quite worried.
Yeah.
Sorry, the door just closed.
Spooky happenings at the convent. We'll have to have a look later.
Just what we needed.
Yeah, okay, let's crack on.
Crack on.
Getting distracted, aren't we?
Shortly after the noises and the sudden door slam, they finished up what they were doing and finally decided to head upstairs and investigate. As they followed the route above the chapel, they moved through the upper rooms, checking every space for any sign of an animal or even a person hiding there. But what they found only left them with more questions than answers, and both of them were clearly baffled by what could have caused those heavy footsteps.
So you thought it was up here, Ryan?
I thought it was up here, close to the chapel roof itself.
Okay.
Above us. Heavy footsteps.
Very heavy footsteps. Well, there's no one up here.
Oi! I don't think there's anyone. Just get my torch.
Should ring the bell.
You can ring the bell.
Scare anyone away.
Music to my ears, that's beautiful.
Well,
sound.
they do say that the ringing of a bell
Yeah.
keeps bad spirits away.
Oh, that's good to know. Well, I'm glad there's no people, no visitors up here.
Yeah.
You know?
Despite their search, the two of them didn't find anything upstairs that could explain the heavy footsteps they'd heard earlier. But unlike what we usually see in clips like these, they didn't rush to any conclusions or claim it was something paranormal. Instead, they mostly shrugged it off, even though Billy briefly joked about the bell and evil spirits before laughing it away. For the most part, they seemed unsure what to make of it and simply carried on with their work for the day. In the end, no one can say for sure what Billy and Ryan heard that day, whether it was someone passing through, an animal, the old building shifting, or something much harder to explain. What we do know, however, is that in that silent, abandoned convent, something moved above them, and whatever it was, it left only those chilling footsteps behind. The following footage was originally posted to the YouTube channel SPRT72 in early May of 2026. In it, two urban explorers, Alex and Cole, explore an abandoned slaughterhouse in Kentucky that's been empty for years, a place with a long history of blood and death. While standing outside, they point out how the slaughterhouse is partly hidden by trees and surrounded by houses, so you could drive past without ever noticing it, making it a perfect hideout for anyone who doesn't want to be seen, whether that's squatters, criminals, or something much worse. After a quick look around for a way in, they find an opening and slip through a doorway into the dark. But almost immediately, before they've even had time to properly look around, they start to hear noises coming from the building, as if someone else is already in there with them.
Hello? Anyone here? Hello? Are you walking? If you're here, say something.
I felt like I heard someone walking, and then when I called it out, it like stopped. Could have been water, but you never
Let's
know.
start on this side to give them time to leave if they are in here.
Yeah, they can. If anyone's in here, they're definitely in that back area.
Oh yeah.
We pushed them over there.
I hope there's no one in here, seriously. Because I swear I heard something.
This is like where the animals. Look, this is a cage.
Oh my gosh,
This is where they were.
Guys, I think there might be someone here.
After hearing multiple bursts of noise within just a few minutes of stepping inside, the explorers started to suspect that someone else was definitely in the slaughterhouse with them, either a person who had gotten spooked and slipped out, or someone still inside, moving around and trying to stay out of sight. Even so, they kept pushing deeper into the building, calling out several times to whoever might be there, but no one answered. Eventually, they worked their way into the back sections of the slaughterhouse, and that's when it started again. The sounds returned from somewhere just out of sight, as if whoever was inside had been quietly tracking their movements.
Be serious. Do you hear it? Holy shit. Whoa.
Hello? Are you here?
Dude, I'm hearing something.
I am too. Because I'm hearing it from over this direction. I swear. I say we go. Dude, I'm hearing noises back there.
Yeah, me too.
Let's go this way.
We're getting surrounded.
Dude, this is not convenient. This train is making it to where I cannot hear what's going on around us.
I think he's done. All right, we got to keep going.
What do you see in there?
We're hearing something loud.
fucking corner ourselves?
Yeah. Oh my god, go.
By now, the noises in the back rooms didn't come from a single direction anymore. They seemed to echo from all corners of the slaughterhouse. And being this deep in the back sections didn't make them feel safer at all. If anything, it made the idea of someone else hiding in there with them even worse. Although they still hadn't actually seen anyone, or even knew how many people might be there or whether they posed a direct threat, the constant sounds and the way they seemed to follow every move were more than enough to suggest that they weren't welcome. So they shifted their focus to getting out, but every exit they found was blocked off and inaccessible, forcing them to turn back toward the very areas where the noises were coming from.
Dude, we might have cornered ourselves. No.
I swear there's somebody in here.
Yeah.
Dude, we gotta go back.
Let's get ourselves out of this corner. I'm still hearing it. We're just gonna have to face it.
We've explored pretty much this whole place. And there's definitely someone or something around here.
Dude, either someone's in here or this place is haunted.
Yeah, because we feel cornered.
That's it?
Yeah, that's the exit.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I think it's time.
Dude.
Oh, fresh air.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh my gosh.
Fortunately for Alex and Cole, they ultimately managed to make it out of the building, and after everything they had just experienced inside, they were clearly relieved to be standing back outside that slaughterhouse in one piece. Out there, they admitted they still weren't sure who had been in there with them, whether it was just one person or more, or what those people actually wanted. But one thing was certain, they were convinced they hadn't been alone from the very start, and that there had definitely been someone or something sharing that space with them. And given how the noises had always seemed to circle them and follow their movements, it wasn't hard to imagine that whoever was inside might actually have been living in that abandoned slaughterhouse, or even claiming it as their own hideout for reasons only they knew, and that they didn't want Alex and Cole there under any circumstances.